Hi, and welcome to the SEO podcast, Unknown Secrets of Internet Marketing. My name is Chris Burris, owner of eWebStyle.
I am Charles Lewis, your internet marketing specialist.
Welcome back to another fun-filled edition of our podcast. This is podcast number 265. You can see that if you're watching on the screen right behind us. We are broadcasting live from Houston, Texas, and we are your friendly local neighborhood top position snatchers, where our mantra is,
don't be a douche.
Do not be a douche.
Not a good look at all.
It is not a good look. As always, there is a tip from our previous podcast, and that tip is use relevant links and natural links to avoid a penguin penalty. Yeah. Well, I said penguin penalty. We really mean get
by the penguin?
I think it's a penguin smackdown.
Don't get smacked down by the penguin by using unofficial, non-relevant links or spammy links or a whole bunch of guest blog links and spam comments linking back to your site. It's not the right way you want to link build. That will make you a huge target for a penguin smackdown. So don't do that. Generate positive links, generate real links by putting out good content, by linking up with other people who are into sharing and being social, put out things that people want to link to, how-to guides, things like that, and generate links the right way.
Yep, absolutely. All right, so in this podcast, we are going to be covering part 2 of 18...
So a couple weeks ago, punch in the face to Neil Patel. He posted an article on Search Engine Journal called 18 Areas of Knowledge Every SEO Must Possess. Yep. And so we went through the first 9.
We were concerned. We were concerned sure that we have those 18 areas of knowledge. Right.
And so first we're 9 for 9 on the first 9.
Excellent.
So we'll go through 10 through 18 today and make sure we finish 100%.
All right. Before we get to that, we ask if you're in a position to, could you please tweet?
Right now, I'm actually doing that right as we speak.
He's doing it as we speak. And right behind us,
hashtag SEO Podcast. Be sure to tag us in it at eWebStyle, at Best SEO Podcast. That way we can link back and do all of our social networking stuff.
Yeah. All right, so if this is the first time you've heard this podcast,
welcome.
Howdy.
Appreciate you.
We are from, we're from
howdy. Hey. I'm not really a howdy guy.
Howdy just doesn't work in a podcast format, I guess. I don't know. Welcome to the podcast. If you've listened to this podcast before, please go ahead and do us a small favor. There's about 4 ways you could do us that small favor. One of them is to actually go on to has 3 steps. Yeah. Go on to iTunes, create an account, write a review. If you do write a review, please make that review 5 stars. And if it's 5 stars, go ahead and send us an email. Send us anyway, but you can just send us an email, podcast at
e-webstyle.com.
The next thing that you could do for us is write a review on our G Plus local page if you're an SEOer, and hopefully you are. Otherwise, you're probably really lost. And I mean in the grand sense of being lost. Howdy, welcome to Houston, lost.
I know, right? You will actually get lost if you say that here.
Yeah. So if you could, go to our G Plus local page. We've made it really easy to get there. There are 4 easy things
ways.
You can do. e-webstyle.com/Google
Plus
or
/Google Plus
or
/G Plus
or
/G Plus.
There are 3 things we ask you to do when you get to that G Plus local page. They are?
Get to that page. First off, leave us a review. Hopefully it's 5 stars. That's most important. After you leave that review, give us a +1 and put us in your circle. So that way you can share some content with us and we can share some content with you.
We had to add that because at some point we had more reviews than we had pluses and that's just awkward.
Yeah, a little different.
Then you could also go to Facebook, and the way to get to our Facebook page is to go to facebook.com/
eWebStyle.
And you know where the reviews are. There's actually a review tab and review stars. Click that. You can write a review. Finally, on Stitcher. And we got a good review on Stitcher this time. So the best way to get to Stitcher is to go to our website, e-webstyle.com. On every page, you will see a Stitcher link on the right.
And it's been fixed. If you notice, we're promoting Stitcher again. It's been fixed.
Although today's was one behind for some reason on Stitcher. So that's just odd.
So we think it's fixed.
It's substantially fixed because we were stuck at like 250 and now the last one that we posted I think is 261 and Stitcher's on 260.
So substantially fixed means almost fixed.
kind of mostly
fixed.
In Houston,
that means small percentage broken.
In Houston parlance, it's fixing to be fixed.
Fixing to be, yeah.
All right. And finally, there are lots of ways that you guys can, and by the way, share the show. If you're on Stitcher or any one of these things, put it on your Facebook, put it on your business Facebook page, put it on your Instagram page, put it all over the place. And there's lots of ways you can haunt us, stalk us, and make it easy for you to share us.
To follow us.
And those ways are Facebook.com/eWebstyle, Twitter.com/eWebstyle, YouTube.com/eWebstyle, and Instagram.com/eWebstyle. All of those are ways to hunt us and stalk us. If you are a PHP expert or a WordPress design guru extraordinaire, we're looking for you, and you can put in an audio resume at 713-510-7846 if you want a free website analysis. Just go to our webpage, e-webstyle.com, and you will find a free analysis form somewhere, I'm sure.
I'll tell you why you want a free website analysis, especially with it being the beginning of the year. And I know a lot of companies out there, or if you're watching this, you're probably some marketing director or a person in charge of your website looking to generate results from the internet. Get your free website analysis. There's no pressure. We'll evaluate your site, tell you what's wrong with it, what's right with it, what you could do better. And then, if time permits, tell you how we would do it. And then if you're interested, then we proceed. If not, there's your website analysis to take you to do what you want. No cost at all.
By the way, if you're not interested in generating leads from your website, because apparently there are some people like that.
I know.
Don't ask for
just because that's our focus is that. Understand, we build sites so your business can grow.
Yeah, we don't do sites so that your business can look good. They look good. But that's not the purpose. The purpose is your business growing.
It's amazing how many people we talk to lately who,
oh yeah, I don't know. It just needs to look good. No, okay. Yeah, I had one of those conversations.
Yeah, if that's what you want, don't ask for a webinar.
All right, do we have any algo cat?
A little bit of algo cat.
Time for our favorite segment.
The
algorithm cataclysm.
So this algo cat's kind of cool because it gives us the opportunity to come up with a name.
Oh,
so I got an email. 2 weeks ago.
Right.
From Google Webmaster Tools.
Okay.
From a site we built probably 3 years ago.
Okay. So a long time ago. It's probably got lots of crap on it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was old.
Crappy code, crappy look.
It's not responsive. All that, right?
Yeah.
3 years ago. And so the email from Google Webmaster Tools said, hey, this site isn't mobile friendly. You should do this, and that to try and make it more usable for your mobile users.
Cool.
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
And then I began to think. I was like, So this week's album Cataclysm is a eWeb style peek into the future to a warning. They've already, when you look at the history, they've already rolled out the SERP result change that identifies which sites are mobile friendly.
Yeah.
Now they're sending out emails telling people, hey, your stuff's not mobile friendly.
So this is like an early warning
of
the
algorithm coming.
That's about to come.
Yes. Right. And they haven't announced it. This is Charles Lewis just looking at history and how Google operates.
Yeah.
Mobile algorithm coming soon. I don't know when. I don't know what they're going to call it. We'll name it something.
Yeah. Kind of the non-mobile friendly.
Well, I'm wondering if they're going to go down the line of P's. Will it be a penguin, pigeon, panda?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
why don't it just poop?
So
the latest poop update.
So yeah, just people make sure your site's mobile friendly. Make sure that you're at the very least doing something responsive.
Portable.
We'll
call it the
portable cataclysm.
There
or something.
We go. Yeah.
So that's how my algo cat, man.
Cool. All right. Well, we got I got to do a little bit of news. I only found one piece of news that I thought was worth mentioning. And this almost could be Algo Cat because this is significant. Google is pushing for encrypted websites. And so what they've done is they've added to Chrome if the website, and this is a beta version, so it's not actually live. They may not launch or whatever. But we know that they've been pushing for an encrypted web.
Yeah, they've already been doing that.
And so literally, if it's not encrypted, not only is it's not that it's going to have a lock when it is encrypted and no lock, it's going to have a little red X when it's not encrypted. Man. So everything going to encrypted. I think it's a decent thing to do.
I mean, it's all right. I mean, it just sucks because that sort of deal makes it harder for dudes like me or companies like us to get data and be effective with our marketing because all the data's encrypted.
Yep.
Right. And so we've already don't have any not provided words, and so now we won't have location data or all the other things that come with being encrypted. So
it's a lot.
You have to deal with that.
Yep. I wanted to give a punch in the face to Mo P. We've been talking to him. He owns a number of eye threading businesses in the North Carolina and up into Virginia.
Like eyebrow threading.
Yeah.
Eye threading.
Is there?
I don't know.
Whatever it is, it sounds painful.
I got some news.
Okay. You'll get some news.
Quick news. So Facebook hit 1.39 billion monthly active users.
Wow.
Interesting thing, half a billion of them are mobile only.
So 1.9 billion?
1.39.
1.39 and half a billion of them, so 0.5, are mobile only. Wow.
Yeah. 500 million people are mobile only on
And
Facebook.
I was also reading an article about Google announcing earnings and disappointing the stockholders. And one of the things is that of the available mobile revenue, well, one of the things that was very surprising is Google only has like 30% of online advertising business. Mm-hmm. Where's the rest?
Well, I think, and we'll get into the article.
Like they own Google and YouTube.
I'm gonna tell you how their problem is. Knowledge graph.
Okay.
Knowledge graph, as awesome as it is, as the greatest of a benefit as it is for search results, it's killing them financially because, and it's not only killing them, it's killing businesses who depend on that click.
Right.
Because now, remember, Knowledge Graph used to just give you small information.
Right.
But now you can search for anything,
and it gives you
sports
that
scores, weddings, movie tickets, concert events, and so
You
from
don't
a
need to go
mobile,
ESPN,
you don't
right?
have to click.
Yeah. So you don't.
And so that paid click that was there that Google made all that money on is not happening. That organic visit who was looking for that click. Are you making a
prediction some of that's going to go away?
No, I don't think it'll go away. I think they will figure out a way to charge for it. Because it's extremely effective from a mobile device. It makes sense for me not to have to click.
Yeah.
It makes sense for you to give me my answer right here because I'm on a mobile device.
And because you can, and if you want me to continue to use you, somebody was going to provide that eventually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I think that's part of the reason why. Because now Knowledge Graph shows up for everything. I rarely scroll.
Right. Yeah. If you're looking for info, that makes sense. All right. So we have a couple of reviews that I wanted to read. Okay. This is from Bob. Did you have more news? Mm-mm. This is from Bob Russell. It is 5 stars. Absolutely outstanding podcast. These guys laid the foundation of my SEO knowledge. This landed my company on the first page of Google. Mr. Russell,
punch in the face to you.
Face.
Hold on, back up. He said, they laid the foundation of my SEO knowledge. Dude,
yeah,
that's what's up.
Yeah, it's all about the foundation. That's pretty awesome. All right, so here, this is good. This is, where is that one? You sent it from iTunes, right?
Yeah, that's from iTunes.
From iTunes, it's by Michael Ristoff from the U.S., and it says, "Learning made dope, yo."
And then I'm assuming that's 5 stars.
He actually wrote out 5 stars. He got it.
That's what that has to say.
So punch in the face.
Learning made dope, man. That's what's up,
Mr. Ristoff.
That's what's up, bro.
That's awesome. And one more. This one's a little bit longer. This one is from Stitcher. This is what I was telling you. This one is 5 stars. Best and most useful SEO podcast is the title. His name is Overtaxed. It says took
me too.
Yeah. Oh, please. Took me a bit to get into this show, but stayed listening because the hosts are having fun. That's true. Making it an easy listen. But it was worth doing as it continues to educate while entertaining. First, these guys do SEO for real every day. So they have a pragmatic view of SEO, not just book SEO, but real world. Second, they have an offbeat style, but hey, what a way to show others how to differentiate themselves and make it fun to follow.
Right.
Third, so this is awesome.
That's what's up.
While I first thought they were just using other people's content, I learned of many other good sources of info I wouldn't have known about, and to the point above, they don't just go through it verbatim, but they put their real world spin on it.
That's what's up.
Always educational, always fun, always interesting. Love it. Punch in the face, Mr. Overtaxed. So you get this. He's overtaxed, but he liked the podcast so much, he took the time to write
3 points.
That three times 2, right? Because there's 1, 2, 3, and then always educational, always fun, always interesting.
Punch in the face to you, dude.
That was 2 days ago.
Comment on something he said, because I'm glad you noticed that, because we do reference a lot of other people's content, and we try to put our spin on it and make sure that it's relevant. And if we disagree with some things, we tell you that. But more importantly, understand that we aren't the only SEO company.
Right.
There are plenty of experts and people who have been doing it for quite a while. And so when we do present content, it's from a trusted source. It's from somebody we believe in. It's from somebody who I believe what they're saying.
Yep.
And that's the only reason we present it to you guys. If we found some faulty content and we did present it, it would be to strictly criticize it and tell you how bad it was.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I appreciate him understanding that. It's not
we're contributing to the content.
Yeah,
it's great content to begin with, and we're contributing the real world applications of that content.
Definitely.
Yep. All right, so that is the potatoes of our podcast. Time to get into the meat. Again, this is 10 through 18.
This is 10 through 18.
10 through 18.
Yeah, so remember the article was by Neil Patel over at Search Engine Journal. 18 areas of knowledge every SEO must possess. A couple weeks ago, we went through 1 through 9. Pretty good article there. If you want to check those out, go check out podcast 264 and see 1 through 9. But let's dive right into 10 through 18. So number 10, we're talking about things every SEO must possess, the knowledge, right? HTTP status codes. I thought this was a good one. I wouldn't call it an advanced SEO, but it's definitely some things that as an SEO person, as an internet marketer, you need to understand status codes. Well, check what are status codes.
Does that mean like, yeah, I'm like the coolest? Is that like is that a status?
Maybe
No.
if you are a 200 status code, which is the successful information.
Oh, there we
then
go.
You probably
That
are
would be
kind of cool.
Yeah.
But if
well,
you're
if the content were created by us, yes, yeah, that makes
but
sense.
if you were a status code of, let's say, a 301, and maybe not done incorrectly.
That dude's over there.
Yeah, exactly. The
You're
cool
not here.
dude's over there.
Over
I
there.
used to be cool. Now I'm cool over there. You know, or 302, you kind of temporarily cool.
Yeah.
Cool
You're
for
here,
now.
you're cool over there, and eventually you'll be cool here again.
I'm going to tell you the most uncoolest code ever. 404.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that guy's not cool at all. He can't be found. And so those are your status codes. 301, 302, 301s, that's your permanent redirect. So all your canonicalization
canonical,
and all of that kind of stuff, you're using your 301s for that. If you may be redesigning and doing some temporary stuff for a small campaign, you want to do a 302 for that.
Yep.
All 404s, man, create you a custom 404 page. So that way you can take advantage of whatever traffic that happens to land on one of those.
I can give you a good example. 302 is not something that you think of very often where you could use it. I can give you a really good example, and it's almost permanent, but it's great that it's 302, and that is our actual podcast. So in order to have a podcast show up on iTunes, you turn in an RSS feed. That's an XML file, RSS feed. And what we did is we turned in an RSS feed that's actually on our server. So the RSS feed is like e-webstyle.com/podcast/podcast.xml, something like that. And then we did a 302 redirect because our podcasts are actually hosted at Podomatic, and they have an RSS feed for our podcast. We could have submitted that one to iTunes, but we submitted our own by submitting our own and 302ing it over to Podomatic. If we ever decide not to use Podomatic, cheaper solution, better solution, whatever, cousin starts a solution,
Podcast
right?
hosting business, yeah.
Then we can 302 it to that new location, because 301 means, hey, stop looking here for it, it's over there. This is saying, hey, keep looking here for it, but right now, go look over there. Yeah. So that's a good example. And I actually don't know, nothing comes to my mind of another example of using a 302. But
yeah, I can't think of that. Unless the only thing that comes to mind is maybe, like I said, you're launching a beta site, or you're doing some sort of combination of sites, maybe an app or some sort of e-commerce capability, all within a certain domain name.
Yep.
You need to temporarily redirect some people.
Yep. All right.
Number 10, status codes. Number 11, web development. And we're talking, 18 things that every SEO should possess, should know. And web development is number 11.
Yeah.
Our platform of choice is WordPress. It's an awesome content management system. Great. It's easy to teach, easy to install. Somewhat. It depends.
Yep.
We've been having some challenges with some other things. But
apparently easy to hack.
Exactly.
At times.
At times. And but at the end of the day, it's a reason why, 19 to 20% of all websites on the internet are built on WordPress. And we use it because nowadays more clients are coming in already familiar with WordPress.
Wanting it, yeah.
Yeah, and so it actually kind of helps them. So if you're designing a site,
that 19 to 20% to really start ramping up a lot now, because almost every client who comes here now
has or familiar or heard of it.
Mm-hmm. One of them recently was like, I'm on Joomla, and a couple of people have told me that was a mistake. I should be on WordPress. And it was like, I can't argue with them.
A client said that.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
I've been saying that, but
yeah.
for 2 years now. But a client came in 2015 and said that. So your SEO guy should understand web development. Some level of it, like basic knowledge of HTML and PHP, things like that, title tags and H1 tags and meta information, JavaScript.
CSS.
You got to be perfect in it. I'm not. But I know enough to optimize your site, and then we have some resources who are great, skilled at that. Exactly. So every SEO should have some working knowledge of website development. That's number 11. Number 12.
Street SEO, what's up?
Number 12, we're talking 18 things that all SEOs should possess in regards to knowledge. Number 12 is algorithms. He goes on to say, as an SEO, you should be aware of the fact that an algorithm is responsible for determining search results. No one except Google employees know the entire algorithm, but SEOs can make an educated guess.
Yep.
And that was just like I did in our earlier. I'm guessing about a mobile algorithm probably going to arise based off of what we see.
Right.
Changes in the search results about mobile, alerts and notifications from webmaster tools about mobile. Likely to be coming next.
We're calling it portable.
Yeah, the portable.
The portable algorithm. It doesn't have the same ring as an animal. But
yeah.
Starts with a P.
I can't think of another pigeon animal.
Yeah, pigeon.
And that was the latest one.
Pigeon's smaller. Oh, it's already there, though, isn't it? We got to.
So penguin, panda. Talked about content and things like that. Penguin targeted links and link farms and things like that. And so, as your SEO person, they should be fully aware of the latest algorithm changes, how they affected your site, the dates that they happened on, and so that way they can keep track of those things. Number 13, guest blogging. Neil went on to say, guest blogging is not dead; it's alive and well. What's more, is used by the most influential personalities in digital marketing today. Neil, you're correct. Guest blogging isn't dead. It's just like on one leg and probably one arm and bleeding. Yep. And there's no hospital in sight. Yeah, and he has a long walk to go.
You're going to lose your arm to stop the bleeding.
Exactly. And the reason we believe that is because Google has an all out of the pig.
It's nice and short.
And so,
how do we not get that?
Guest blogging is one of those things that Google is really watching. They've already, Panda targeted that some. Found all of those sites that had, guest content and duplicate content and all of the things people were doing while guest blogging, keyword stuffing and all of these links that really didn't have value. And so, if you're gonna do it, if you're gonna put your name, your domain name, your profile, your on the line on a guest blog, make sure that the site you're doing it on is legit. Make sure that it's relevant to your industry. Make sure that the content you post is not already on your site, that it's original content for that blog. Right? When you link over, don't exact match those links. Go with click here or something like that. Make them natural, because as soon as you begin, don't spin that article and post it in a whole bunch of other places. Those were some of the reasons why guest blogging kind of went downhill. And so you can do it. Be careful, do it correctly, and make sure the content's worth it. If you're gonna post it, which is the kind of the deal. This is kind of I'm on the fence, right? You can go spend all this time developing 700-800 words with video and bullet points and an infographic and all this to post it on somebody else's site.
Yeah, post that on yours.
Yeah, so guest blogging is number 13. And you should be familiar with it as an SEO. Number 14, content marketing. So a little different. He says, in order to succeed in online marketing, a business must be a producer of high quality content, maybe videos, infographics, slideshares, whatever. At the end of the day, spend your time doing content marketing. And what we like to do is repurpose content if you can. For example, this is a video podcast right now for those of you who may be watching it.
Yep.
Matter of fact, a live video podcast for those who may be watching it.
Yep.
As soon as we finish, it'll get uploaded to YouTube, and then there'll be a recorded video podcast.
Right.
Next week, it'll get transcribed, and we'll have a written version. There'll be a written version of this podcast.
It's actually written and split into three.
Three different
three
posts.
Articles. Yep. Mm-hmm. Posts.
Yeah, so it's like 5
uses
of the same content. Right. Then that same content snippets to get pulled from that, they'll go into our newsletter and get sent out.
Did you get the audio into the podcast?
Oh, and the audio version that goes to iTunes and the Stitcher that you're looking for. There's like 7 versions of the podcast, not counting the social media we'll put behind it to push these links out and everything. So I said that to say, if you're going to be effective at your content marketing, find ways to repurpose it. And no need to spend all that time creating great content and put it out only one way.
Right. Allow
people to absorb it in a way that's comfortable for them.
Yep.
But make sure the content is value. You don't want to put out a ton of crappy content that just kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Number 15, and we're talking 18 things that every SEO should possess and know about. Number 15 is a user experience. And this is key. User experience is one of those things that's top of the algorithm now that highly affects the time on site, how people engage with you, and how your site ends up being ranked. He goes on to say, if a user can't navigate a website or see the text on their mobile, this is a violation of good user experience and has a negative impact on SEO. And Neil, you are correct. User experience is that important. Time on site affects user experience. Easy navigation affects user experience. And so you want to give them a great experience. And the way you do that is by understanding who that user is.
Right.
Why they're coming, where they're coming from. If they're coming from a mobile, they're probably looking to call, get directions, and find you really, really quickly. And so your mobile layout should complement that.
Or they're in the doctor's office and they have a lot of time to kill.
Yeah, exactly. and therefore your navigation and available blog posts and content from a mobile device should be easy to find.
Yep.
Right? That view full site shouldn't be hidden. It should be prominent because there are people based on your industry, like a doctor's office, or maybe you're getting your oil changed, or maybe you're sitting in wherever.
At a light.
Where people may want to access all of your content. Yeah, don't do it at the light, dude.
Or at least stop when you hear the honking.
Look up.
Stop, look up, drive when you hear the honking.
Definitely. So you want to make sure that the experience that your users are having is A1. Number 16, semantic search. And remember, this was affected by an algorithm recently as well. Panda has something to do with that in regards to how content is being presented. Right? Long gone are the days where we take 400 words and we get a 4% density and we have our keyword in these paragraphs and we don't really care if it reads right. We just want it to rank well. Not anymore. We just told you earlier, 500 million people are using mobile only just for Facebook. So that's just Facebook. And then before that, we talked about the knowledge graph and how people search. And so when you consider that, how many people on a mobile device, you can't just use regular content. You have to write your content in a semantic way that I wrote down conversational style. You want it in a way how people speak, how people read, how people communicate. So that way when they do find your site, first off, they have a better user experience because the site is communicating with them. And furthermore, from a search perspective, especially on a mobile device, they will tend to search the way they read. Find me the nearest Italian restaurant. Or what time does the new Kevin Hart movie start? Like those how people search on mobile devices, especially with like voice search. You think Siri and Google Now and all of those things. You want to write your content in that fashion so that way you can rank for those type of terms.
Yep.
Semantic search is key. One of the things I'll add to that as well, and this will be our pro tip, semantic markup. When we're talking about semantic search, structured markup is a good way to do that, to make your search more semantic. So mark up your addresses, mark up your events, mark up your images, so that way never higher likelihood of showing. Yeah. Google doesn't have to guess or kind of determine what it is. Semantic markup clearly explains to them what this content is and what it's all about. Number 17, social media. Duh. He said social media is just about as vast as the industry as SEO itself. I agree with that, Neil.
Absolutely.
We said, but your knowledge need to not only extend as far as being able to function on each major platform, G+, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and Pinterest is a bonus. At the end of the day, if you're in SEO and you're doing social media, I think the key is stick to it. Yep. Right? You can't just create those profiles and half use them. No, you need to come up with some consistency, create a schedule, post consistently, post frequently, keep your posts. When I say consistent, I mean in the type of content, right? So you can't be always posting how to, and then birthday party. Keep your content consistent. If you're gonna do birthday party because you're an open company and you want your employees to have fun, then sprinkle out posts like that, consistently.
Right.
Keep those posts coming, not just all of a sudden to where it looks like, hey, they got hacked because they don't post like that. Right. So I would say consistent. And I think the biggest thing with social media as an SEO is use the platforms that will work best for your company. Like if you're in a maybe retail and you have an e-commerce site and you're selling products and maybe you even have a brick and mortar store, then he didn't have Instagram on his list, but it should be on yours. You should be always IGing pictures of those products. If you have a physical establishment, then Swarm and Foursquare are apps that you're going to want to use so people can check in when they visit, right? So in regards to social media, understand your business and how your clientele uses social, and then put your social campaign to support that. Yep. Last one, number 18. Penalties. Penalties is key. I'm glad Neil saved penalties for last. Yeah. He says, you have to understand, he's obviously talking about Google penalties, like an algorithm penalty. You need to understand that your site violates the changing rules of the algorithm and you lose your rank. Or a manual penalty. And that's when a Google employee manually reviews your site and penalizes you. Understand penalties. I think the biggest thing about penalties is to address them quickly, right? If you get an algorithm penalty, it's a little different because you don't get a notification. Like Webmaster Tools doesn't send you and say, hey, you got some bad links and you participated in the link farm, so we are running you down due to a penguin algorithmic penalty. No, you won't get that. You'll just be like, why is my traffic dropping? Yep. And you'll see a decrease. And then you have to do some research and realize you just got hit with a penalty. A manual penalty, however, you will get a notification. Yep. Hey, we just banned your site because
assuming that you are active on Webmaster Tools.
Exactly. Assuming that you have your Webmaster Tools account synced up. And we're talking to SEO.
Yeah,
so
okay.
I'm hoping if you're in this, number one, sync up
with Webmaster Tools.
So when you get to number 18, you can be aware if you've been penalized. Because if you are synced up, and let's say you have you've been hacked, is a good one, or maybe you had some bad links coming in, they will notify you, hey, this is bad. We just penalized you, you need to fix it, and then hit us up and let us know. And I wrote down, address it quickly. Yeah. Man, dive into, I've used Moz, Open Site Explorer, great place to find those bad links. Find them, just email out to your people to remove them, disavow them, do whatever you got to do, and address it quickly. And that's it, man. 18 ways.
I think we need to add 19.
Oh, and
as an area of knowledge you need to know about Webmaster Tools.
Well, not even Webmaster Tools. Since we're talking SEO and internet marketing, I'm going to say Google Webmaster Tools, Google Analytics, and Google AdWords. Even if you're not doing pay-per-click, use AdWords Keyword Planner for your keyword research. Yep. Make sure they're all synced, more importantly. And so, a good use of Google's platform is definitely number 19.
We're not even talking about Bing, right? But
I'm just talking Google's platform.
Those three main components of the Google platform. Excellent. Mm-hmm. Do we have any what news?
No, I don't have any what news.
There's no what news?
I don't have any what news. I do have a quick punch in the face, though. This punch in the face goes to Animal Hearted. She's at Animal_Hearted. She says, at eWebStyle, love the podcast, guys. I've been implementing your tips on animalhearted.com for over a year. That's what's up. Stay awesome.
Dude, I like that.
And then the other one is
you know what? Yes, we will.
We will stay awesome.
We'll stay awesome.
And the other one is from Chad Warner, at WarnerChad. eWebStyle, I can't get episode 258 to download on iTunes. Is there a problem with it? This was 11 days ago.
Maybe.
So it probably was. It shouldn't be now.
Oh yeah, I did have Alex fix that. Yeah, I remember that.
So and we were just talking about that earlier with the whole deal we was going through. That's why I was fresh, because that just happened.
Yep.
And so you should be able to get up to 261 now. And then 262 should likely be available next
pretty
week.
quickly. Yep. To all of you guys. Excellent. Let me see if we have any more information to cover. I think we've got a little bit.
Okay.
Pig. I like pig.
Pig for our mobile.
It's short. It's short. Pig. Yeah, maybe not. Oh, thank you. So we're wrapping up this podcast. We are the most popular internet marketing podcast on iTunes. That is because all of y'all, thank you guys so much for tuning in each and every week. Remember, if you're looking to grow your business with the largest, simplest marketing tool on the planet,
the internet,
call eWebStyle for increased revenue in your business. 713-592-6724. If you have a referral for us, we do have a referral program. If you refer them to us, they pay their bill, we pay you.
Pretty simple.
We are filmed at live at 5999 West 34th Street, Suite 106 in Houston, Texas. Do we have any other questions?
How successful are those? Do you reach out to your community about your lunch and learns?
So we do.
So the question, it came through. If you're actually watching this, you could ask questions right on Ustream, and this is from the guys at Street SEO. How do you reach out to your community about your lunch and learns? How successful are those? So we do lunch and learns here in the Houston area, and just wondering how we drive those. I really like to answer that offline because there's a lot of different different
dynamics. I think the key here is that we can't say publicly is that it's a local event.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times the advertising is different from, let's say, the podcast, which is global.
Yeah.
Right. And so we use some local email marketing and some remarketing.
Yep.
And then, we'll
and reach out to our actual networks.
Yeah, we actually
visit places and tell them about lunch and learn. So, and it's been moderately successful so far. Anyway, this has been the most popular internet marketing podcast, number 265. Thank you guys for tuning in. Until the next podcast, my name's Chris Burris.
I'm Charles Lewis.
Bye-bye for now. Hey guys, what's your email address? Because I would like to. What do I want to do? Oh, I want to send you our APK file to have you guys test out our app. The app's mostly done, probably 99% done. I haven't even had a chance to test it, so we're just looking for some feedback. So if you're willing, send us an email, or send us your email. Yeah. You can send that to podcast@.
I think that's for Android users right now.
Oh yeah. Android only right now. But you're an SEO, so I'm assuming you're Android.